What is going on, 2K gang? And today is a huge Toronto Raptors fan. Second video I've tried to film today. Third, my storage has been acting up incredibly. It's been absolute trash. Today we're going to be reacting to Crushables' new Raptors rebuild. I'm a Raptors fan. Obviously, it sucked this offseason losing to two inspirations in Gasol and Ibaka. It wasn't that great. It wasn't great at all. So let's see how this will go and see if we can get Crushables can take us to an NBA championship in 2K. Interested to see what he does. If he moves Kyle Lowry, I'm giving him an F. If he moves Kyle Lowry, I'm giving him an F. No cap. Let's hop into it. Gotta go grab something real quick. Oh my goodness, what the...
What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing a Toronto Raptors realistic rebuild. Heavily requested video after the Lakers rebuild we just did. So here we are today doing our Raptors rebuild. So Raptors are one of those teams in the offseason that didn't do a bunch. They made a few signings, but nothing crazy. And maybe that's in preparation for some big move they're going to make in the next offseason or something at the trade deadline. We'll have to find out what they're brewing. But let's just go ahead and get into this, because like I said, there's not really much to talk about. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's just do this Raptors rebuild. What the Raptors did this offseason, basically they re-signed Fred VanVleet, super important. I'm glad they got him back. Definitely a very important part of their team. They signed Aaron Baines to replace Gasol and Ibaka, who they lost both, which is definitely hurtful. They both went to LA teams, but Aaron Baines could at least replace some of that production. Norman Powell also still here. Terrence Davis. They signed Alex Len to a one-year deal. They signed they drafted Malachi Flynn, and they also signed DeAndre Bembry. So other than that, they didn't do a bunch. So that was basically it. That's basically all the Raptors really did. So yeah, I'm not really sure what they're brewing up. The Raptors have been in talks about getting Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I feel like Giannis is definitely in the running to sign that max contract with the Bucks. I think it makes the most sense. That's what he's going to do. So I feel like Toronto is one of those teams that kind of needs to make a trade at the trade deadline in order to make this team better, because I'm just not loving this team on paper after all the players they've lost. They only lost two, but I feel like they should try to do something when they lost Kawhi. But at the end of the day, this is still a really good team for the Toronto Raptors and should be a playoff team in the East. But does 2K think this team is going to be a playoff team is the question, because I'm not going to do anything this first season. I want to see what this team's going to do, and we'll make our moves in the offseason. If I do something at the trade deadline, which I don't really want to, I'll let you guys know. But I really just want to find out whether 2K thinks the Raptors are a playoff team or not.
They are, man.
At the end of season number 1, we end up finishing as the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. LeBron James is your MVP. Wiseman's your Rookie of the Year. Dinwiddie's your 6th man. Kawhi Leonard's Defensive Player. John Ramos proved, and Stevens Coach of the Year. Justin Taylor Executive of the Year. So we did make the playoffs, which is awesome. When we go look at the player stats, we do have 21 from Siakam, 19 from Kyle Lowry, and 17 from Fred VanVleet. Kyle Lowry 19 in 7, which is awesome. I'm really happy that Kyle Lowry is still contributing at the age of 35. But going into the offseason, I have a really tough decision on my hands. I'm not going to lie. This is going to be a very tough decision. I'm sure for the Raptors as well. Probably not as much for the Raptors in real life, because they could, obviously negotiate with Kyle Lowry. But on this, Kyle Lowry is going to be asking...
Alright, if the Raptors were a 6th seed, the Hawks would be the perfect matchup for them, because the Hawks always somehow lose to the Raptors. We somehow always dominate the Raptors, man. Or we almost dominate the Hawks, excuse me. It's gonna be an interesting series. Hopefully Crushables can get the job done. We can get the job done. Let's go.
For $30 million, and I think if I gave them that money, I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of options to upgrade the team. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna go about that. But we are playing Atlanta, which is obviously a really good team. They upgraded a lot in the offseason, but we are better as we beat them in 5 games, and we are on to the second round to play the Orlando Magic. Markelle Fultz, Fournier, Isaac Gordon, Vucevic, Mo Bamba, Ross, Michael Carter. So yeah, the Raptors have run into the Magic before, so I feel like we should make it to the Eastern Conference Finals here. But the Magic say no, sir, and they are going to beat us in 6 games. So we go look at the playoff stats, or if I can look at the playoff stats correctly. So player stats, we had 20 from Siakam, 17 from Lowry.
2K, what are you smoking? What are you smoking right now? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? How did the Magic beat the Nets? Bro, this low-key getting trippy right now, man. This low-key getting trippy. How in the world did the Magic beat the Nets and then beat us? Oh, this is 2K smoking balls, bro.
17 from Fred VanVleet, and we got Boston, Orlando, Los Angeles, and Dallas. And let's see who is going to win a championship, as we got the Mavericks and the Magic making the NBA Finals as the Mavericks take home the.
Bro, if the Magic made the finals, that no one would watch it, bro. Like, literally nobody would watch the Mavericks and Magic in the NBA Finals. Like, no wonder why the ratings are going down, because no one cares about the Magic, and nobody cares about the Mavericks. So I don't know how a 7th seed made it all the way to the finals. I don't know what the heck happened. I really don't. So 2K is just tripping right now.
Championship season. I don't really want to make any changes in my head coaching staff, obviously. For trainer, it doesn't look like there's a better trainer out there. Nobody's going to be an A, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave Glenn Howard. But for the assistants, we definitely could get better here because their ratings aren't so great. So I'm going to go ahead and offer Trent Peterson a contract. I'm going to also offer Otis Newman a contract and have those two be my assistant coaches if I can get them at least. And we got both of them, so that's good. We're going to go straight to the draft now. I don't think we have too crazy of a pick here, but maybe we should use it to our advantage. And Malachi Flynn, who we just drafted, Jalen Harris. You know what? I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot here. I think I'm going to just let the CPU decide whoever they want to take as they take Simon Wheeler out of the draft. And we're going to have Aaron Baines. $7 million team option, just had a pretty decent season for us, but I think at the age of 34, he'd probably go down in overall 11 and 8. That's actually pretty solid.
Hey, bro.
But I feel like I'll probably need that cap space, so I'm going to go ahead, or maybe I should accept it to kind of use him in a trade, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to accept it. I feel like that's probably maybe we could use him in a trade for center or something because we don't have a lot of options.
Center, but
Chris Boucher, OG Anunoby, Terrence Davis. I would love to have all those guys back. Amazing role players for us. And then going into the offseason, Giannis Antetokounmpo is obviously somebody the Raptors have been in talks about for, quite some time. But unfortunately, we don't really have the money for it. So Lowry, OG Anunoby, Boucher, they all want to get paid. But when I look at this team, the biggest hole we have is the center spot. Obviously, we could just roll with Fred VanVleet at the point guard and leave Kyle Lowry in the waters, but I just feel like I would feel so dirty letting go of Kyle Lowry. So I think we should probably use Norman Powell and also Aaron Baines' money and maybe somebody else to try to get a center because we definitely need a center. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's going to be my first move, getting a center. I'm going to try not to go for Clay Capella, though, just because I feel like I get him way too much. So let me see if I can find a center out there that would fit us the best to bring here to Toronto. So the center I found out to be the most interesting to try to bring to Toronto would be Nikola Vucevic. I think that's somebody that Magic might be willing to let go of here soon, possibly. It just kind of depends where the Magic are going. But I'm going to offer this package to them for Nikola Vucevic, and did you not agree to that, I will also...
Why wouldn't you agree to that, bro? So you're getting Norman Powell. You can also get Malachi Flynn. You're also getting Aaron Baines and a first-round pick in 2025. Those are the years that Bronny might come in, or someone could come in, somebody. But it is what it is, man. If we do get Vucevic, I'm gonna be really hyped. I'll tell you that if we get Vucevic.
To throw another pick. Not that I love throwing 2 first-round picks in. Okay, so they don't agree to that, and they still not. Okay, so they still don't agree to that. But I will come back to this. So we can make the money work here, but they're not gonna go for it. So yeah, they don't love this package that I'm trying to give them for Vucevic. Hey, what if I throw in Matt Thomas as well, and one more first, and they still don't agree? So I think I gotta come back to the Magic with a better package. But I feel like that's the center that makes the most sense. I guess Miles Turner is definitely an option as well, but I don't think he'd make our team much better here on 2K, at least. Maybe in real life he would help them out, but on 2K it's not going to make us much better. There's also Jonas Valanciunas we can have a reunion with, but I think Vucevic is going to be my target. I might have to use OG Anunoby or Boucher in a sign-and-trade type of deal for Orlando. Like, I feel like Orlando would definitely be interested in a guy like OG Anunoby to help them out, but they do have Jonathan Isaac, so maybe Chris Boucher would entice them. So honestly, I think Kyle Lowry is somebody I definitely want back here in Toronto. I think he's just somebody you don't want to lose. So I'm going to offer Kyle Lowry that contract. We're going to get him back. I don't want to renounce the rights on any of my role players, obviously, that I want back. So OG, Terrence Davis, and Boucher, we will sign them up real quick. So we'll sign those guys, get those guys back, and we'll have Kyle Lowry come back to Toronto. And then the only other thing I can do is maybe sign, can I get Terrence Davis back and maybe do a sign and trade with him? Or I could offer Boucher to the Magic. I feel like that's the best option at this point. So, yeah. Or, like I said, I could also offer them OG Anunoby, which I don't really want to do. I'd rather keep him here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign Chris Boucher to a deal, try to send him over to Orlando, and see if I can get Vucevic that way. I had to throw the whole kitchen sink at the Magic in order to get Nikola Vucevic. So we sent Boucher, Norman Powell, a first-round pick, Malachi Flynn, Simon Wheeler, and Jalen Harris over to the Magic for a center that we really needed. So yeah, I don't love, you know, as much as I traded, but a center was needed really badly. And at the end of the day, I guess we have to keep Aaron Baines out of it. So Vucevic and Aaron Baines are going to be our centers next year. Siakam's still our 4, obviously. OG Anunoby, we definitely want him back from restricted free agency. And shooting guard, Terrence Davis, I'm not sure if he'll be back. I definitely would love to have him back, but there are some shooting guard options we could go with, like Alec Burks. There's also JJ Redick out here asking for a deal. OG Anunoby has accepted an offer, and I mean, at this point, I don't really have a choice. I am going to definitely sign OG Anunoby back. And hey, we got JJ Redick out of free agency, 37. He may not be like fantastic, but you know what? Definitely a need that we needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign a forward real quick, and I think we made our team better. But, I mean, we did throw a lot for Nikola Vucevic. But at the end of the day, my goal was to keep Kyle Lowry here. I feel like Raptors fans would be happy with that. And we also got Nikola Vucevic and Terrence Davis back on a offer. So we got Kyle Lowry going down overall. Fred VanVleet, I'm not sure why he goes down in overall. I even tried to fix his tendencies or whatever it was before it started, and he's still just going down in overall. I really wish 2K would fix this. I fixed his potential, I think, as well, and it's still just not there, man. So I'll probably fix that again, I guess, if I have to. But Siakam, Vucevic, Lowry, Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby. I mean, I feel like our starting 5 is going to be really good. JJ Redick goes down in overall, but that's not that big of a deal. Let's just get to season number 2, and let's make this team better than they were. This is what our rotation is going to look like. Kyle Lowry, Terrence Davis, OG Anunoby, Siakam, Vucevic, Fred VanVleet, Aaron Baines, JJ Redick, and Nico Melli. I feel like this team always...
Look at that, bro. Vucevic looking spice in that Raptors jersey, bro. You can only imagine how spicy he would be, bro. How spicy he would be in a Raptors jersey. No cap.
It looks a lot better than we looked before. So this should easily be a playoff season for us, and we should easily be contenders in the East. Vucevic is a huge pickup, and I love it a lot. Other than that, we are going to stay at balance with a 3.5-star system. And I mean, at the end of the day, if Terrence Davis is struggling at the shooting guard spot, I guess I can move Fred VanVleet back into the starting 5. But for now, we're going to go ahead and simulate season number 2, and this should be a better season than we had last year. In the Eastern Conference, Trae Young with MVP, Cunningham Rookie of the Year on the Wizards, okay. Interesting. I wonder if they still have John Wall there. But Cousins, 6-man on the Blazers, Eyes Defensive Player, Wiseman Most Improved on the Warriors, and Lloyd Pierce Coach of the Year, and Matthew Ash is your Executive of the Year. And here is our team. So we're going up against the Orlando Magic, interestingly enough, in the first round, who we did lose to last season. So we had 20.
We about to get a revenge. We about to get a revenge on those mother truckers, man. We about to get that precious, sweet revenge on the Magic. Let's go.
Siakam, 17 from Vucevic, 17 from Lowry, 16 from Fred VanVleet, 14 from Davis, so he was actually really good in the starting 5. I like to see that. OG, 10, Aaron Baines, 9, and Nico Melli with 4. So, I mean, at this point, this is probably as good as our team's going to get. I mean, I don't think I can make this team much better than it is. So if we do end up losing here, I probably will just run it back with the same roster, because I don't think realistically I can make this roster better without getting rid of Kyle Lowry, which I really don't want to do in this video, just because I have so much respect for Lowry being with the Raptors. I just can't even do it. So Orlando, Fultz, Fournier, Isaac Gordon, and Mo Bamba. So they do have Boucher as well, if I could say his name. I mean, this Magic team does not scare me. I feel like we should be able to beat them. So let's see what happens. We do win game 1. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to them. And we're up 3-1, and we beat them in 5. So we are going to have to play Atlanta, which we actually did beat this team last year. So I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off again, but you never know. We might be able to do it. So their team is obviously extremely deep, and their young players probably only got better, and Trae Young just had an MVP season. So this is going to be an uphill battle to climb, but let's see what happens. So they win game 1. We even it up, though. We're up 2-1. Okay. 3-1, and can we... No, 3-2. Can we do it, man? We win at 6, and we're in the Eastern Conference Finals as we upset the Atlanta Hawks. That is a big W, and now we're playing the Celtics.
That is what I'd like to see out of my boys. Upset City, number 4 in the conference. We about to beat the Celtics, and we about to go to the NBA Finals. Because that's what I want to see every single day of the week. Because we too good, bro. We too good.
And the Memphis Grizzlies and Denver Nuggets are facing off. So, Boston, Kimba, Smart, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Williams. Obviously a really good Boston team. This is going to be another tough uphill battle to climb. But we just beat Atlanta, who were the first seed, and now we got Boston. So let's see what happens. Game 1 goes to them. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to us. Can we even up the series? 3-1. No way we come back from a 3-1 deficit, right, to upset the Celtics. It's probably not going to happen here. But you never know. Let's simulate and let's see if we can maybe come back from a 3-1 deficit. And it just isn't going to happen as we lose by 5 to the Boston Celtics. And now we got Memphis and Boston, and we are going to see the Celtics win the championship. So, at the end of the day, we did lose to the championship Celtics. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to probably just run it back one more season. That's the best I can do. Trading Kyle Lowry is going to have to be a thing the Raptors are going to have to do. But in real life, I think Kyle Lowry is going to ask for as much money as he's asking for in 2K. I think Lowry would be a little bit more nicer to the Raptors. He wouldn't want as much money. Hopefully, I'd like to think maybe make their team better. Or he's just going to want the money before he retires. Who knows? We'll have to figure it out once that actually happens. But for now, this offseason is probably not going to be too exciting. We're literally just going to try to get the team to be the same. And hopefully season number 3, we can run it back and make it back to the NBA Finals or to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is going to be a new thing that I don't think I've ever uploaded on the channel. 36 and 46, guys. This is the team that we had, and 2K thinks that it just wouldn't be good enough to even make the playoffs, and one of the worst teams in the East. And I wanted to show you guys that. This team is one of the worst teams in the East, according to 2K, which is kind of surprising to me, to say the least. I'm not sure why that is, but that's just the reality of the situation. So, we went from the Eastern Conference Finals to not even...
What? What? This is the second time 2K has tripped up. The second time 2K has tripped up, and I'm not a fan of it either.
Making the playoffs the very next season doesn't make a ton of sense. Player stats 24, 21, 15, 14, and 14. I knew this was going to be a tough rebuild going into it because I knew Kyle Lowry is so important to Toronto that I feel like the only way I could actually, get a fresh start for Toronto was trading Kyle Lowry, but I just didn't really want to do that today as the Lakers go on to win the championship with Giannis Antetokounmpo of all people on the Lakers. So yeah, I understand, get a fresh start for Toronto was trading Kyle Lowry, but I just didn't really want to do that today as the Lakers go on to win the
Go back. Did I see Giannis on the Lakers? Giannis on the Lakers, hold up.
Kyle Lowry is so important to Toronto that I feel like the only way I could actually, get a fresh start for Toronto was trading Kyle Lowry, but I just didn't really want to do that today as the Lakers.
LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's insane. That's insane. I'm sorry, bro. What the?
Going to win the championship with Giannis Antetokounmpo of all people on the Lakers. So yeah, I understand that this definitely isn't how a rebuild usually ends, but I honestly really wanted to be as real with you guys as possible. If I'm going to be realistic, that's what I'm trying to accomplish here, and this is basically what happened, man. So we are the 14th seed in the East, and we weren't good enough to even be in the playoffs, which I find very interesting. But regardless, I think Toronto, I think they're going to be good for a while. I think they'll still be fine for a while. Obviously, Fred VanVleet gives them a huge boost. They'll be fine. Fred VanVleet going down overall in 2K doesn't help either. I'm not really sure how to fix that. I've probably been told before. I just don't remember. But yeah, that is a weird way to end a rebuild. I completely understand, but that is just the reality of the situation. We got to the Eastern Conference Finals, lost to Boston, and now we're not even in the playoffs. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video regardless. Toronto, like I said, is going to be in good shape for a while with Siakam and Fred VanVleet, and I assume Kyle Lowry will still be there for a while as well.
Bro, you cannot be ending the video on an L, bro. You can't end the video on an L. Are you kidding me right now, dude? Wow. You're really out here ending this rebuild with an L? Hey, man, I'm not here to judge, bro. It's fun to react to. This team should have made the playoffs, bro. Hey, it's alright, bro. It's alright. Disappointing end to a otherwise really good rebuild.
And I assume they have something up their sleeve.
The average person is spending more time working from home. When you add Audible, you can focus on yourself while focusing on dead.
like signing Giannis or trading, maybe for DeMar DeRozan, a reunion with DeRozan, or something else happening. But for now, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.
Hey, definitely dropping a like on this.